When it comes to talking about our sex lives with our partner, it's not always going to be the easiest conversations. In fact, more oftentimes than not, it's really, really hard because you have to approach it with some sort of vulnerability, and that can be really challenging for some of us. And to be honest, a lot of people rather avoid that difficult conversation and just suck it up and be having unfulfilling sex, all because of the fear that we have around potential conflict. However, this shouldn't come as a surprise. Couples that are talking about their sex lives are usually having more fulfilling, better sex, rather than the couples that are pushing everything under the rug, all to avoid that potential conflict that we're talking about. Now, if you fall into this category of not wanting to give your partner any guidance because of the fear of stepping on their toes, and you rather just be having awful sex or not connected sex, then by all means, you don't have to watch this video. However, if you're wanting to have a more fulfilling sex life and wanting to know how to navigate that conversation, then this video is definitely meant for you. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Miranda, sex coach and sex educator, and today we are going to be talking through my top 5 tips on how to guide your partner in the bedroom without hurting their feelings. So let's kick it off with my first tip. You have got to know what you want. Maybe you have an idea of what you want, maybe you have an idea of what you like, or maybe you have an idea of what you want them to do to you, or maybe you don't. But before we tell them that we need to make a change, we need to come up with some sort of solution. Another big reason that we need to know what we like or what we want is because if we can't get ourselves off, how do we expect anyone else to be able to do that? This goes for being able to receive pleasure, not just the orgasms. Now, if you have no clue where to start, you have no idea what you like or how to even figure out what you like, then I'm gonna give you an invitation to check out this website called Beducated. What you'll find on that platform is everything about sexual education and intimacy. And they do a really good job at bringing these techniques to life with visual demonstrations. So you're not just reading about how to do something, they're actually showing you in an explicit yet not pornographic way. And personally for me, I'm a visual learner, so that is the best type of learning I could ever offer you guys. Now, seeing as not everybody can afford a sex coach, this is an amazing opportunity for you to be able to get the help that you want and that you need, but without breaking the bank. My gift to you is going to be 24-hour access to Beducated, 100% free. All you have to do is click the link down below and enter the code PLEASUREBABY so that you can get that free access to the website and cruise through over 100 different courses around sex education and intimacy. I absolutely love learning from Bed because of the wide selection that they have, and there is no way you can be a master of all skills. So when you can't get enough of that sex ed in that 24 hours, I have gifted you 40% off your whole year, giving you an opportunity to learn more about your sex at a more affordable price. So if you're interested in discovering a little bit more about yourself, click the link down below and use the code PLEASUREBABY to get your 24-hour access and your 40% off the whole year. The second thing that we need to do is to be able to create a space for positive feedback. Now, what exactly does that mean? It means that we gotta let them know when they did something that feels good or that feels right. We've got to give our partner those positive affirmations and that positive feedback, especially because we're not just trying to unload all of their shortcomings onto them. When we give them the positive feedback, it's a way of easing into those difficult conversations by starting the conversation with telling them what feels good. So we want to point out the things that they're doing well and why we enjoy it or why we like it. An example that I'm going to use is something that I recently just said to my partner. I love the way you grab me by the hips and manhandle me. It makes me feel small. Feedback always feels good immediately. So if it feels right and the opportunity presents itself in the middle of the act to give them that positive reinforcement, then do so. And when we express what feels good, it allows us space for that constructive criticism feedback. Better communication creates a better, stronger bond. This third tip has got to be one of my favorites, and I use it quite frequently, and it is show, not tell. If using your words feels a little bit uncomfortable, try going for those nonverbal cues instead. Give your partner a demonstration on what you want them to do to you. Show your partner how and where you want to be touched. And I almost guarantee by turning yourself on and showing them that demonstration, it's going to leave them feeling really turned on too. Another way that you can show, not tell, is actually by taking their hand and guiding it over top of your hand. Another really great way to learn from one another is actually mutual masturbation. Take a course from Beducated and practice learning together. Learning as a couple can be extremely hot and extremely kinky. and a really great way to spice up your sex life. Trust me, I have done a few courses like this. The fourth one is suggestions. Suggestions are always a great idea, specifically because we're telling them softly what we want. Slower, softer, harder, faster, deeper. Don't make it so mechanical. Let it flow with some talk. Hey, maybe you want to incorporate some dirty talk. And finally, my last piece of advice is to actually talk about sex when you're not having it. There's a difference when we're giving cues or suggestions to our partner in the heat of the moment compared to when we're having a fully clothed conversation around our wants, our needs, and our desires, especially when we're having that first initial conversation. Fully clothed conversations are just a better opportunity to talk about more of that difficult stuff, especially when it comes to the stuff that we don't like. Now, with all of those tips, I want you to remember, you're not a drill sergeant and you're not giving step-by-step instructions. After all, when we want to see change, we have to show, not tell. By us opening up that door for communication, it also opens up the door for mutual vulnerability. Two things that are going to strengthen the hell out of your relationship. All right, babies, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to check out Beducated. Use the link down below and the code PLEASUREBABY to get your 24-hour access free into the website or that 40% off the whole year. Plus, if you enjoy this style of content, make sure you click the Moody merch link down below. This is the only way that I can make money off my content, so it would mean the world to me if you supported me by purchasing some merch. Plus, right now, it's all 50% off. All right, babies, I will see you later in the week for another episode. Cheers.